All right, GRAR membership, welcome. We just had a very good, productive,
very good.
April monthly Board of Directors meeting. Lots of good information. Kris, why don't you highlight a couple things, and I'll chat about a couple.
Well, first of all, we had two GRAR members here that were unable to make it to our last month's meeting, so it was nice to have them here and then to see their input at the end.
Yes.
I guess this one comment that they walked away with is, I wouldn't have thought of half of the things that we talk about here before coming to this meeting, so it's kind of interesting. And before I ever got on the board, I would have said the same thing. I didn't realize all the stuff that GRAR needs to deal with on a monthly basis. So.
There is a lot that we do behind the scenes, which happy to do it. I love volunteering, giving back, but there's a lot that goes into creating this environment and safe place to sell real estate amongst each other and have reciprocal and cooperating commissions, and for you guys to just do your job. That's what we get together and meet about on a monthly basis and talk about.
And so one of the things after reading, before each meeting we read through all the different committee reports, task force reports, and I thought this month, reading through those, I thought the task force and committee did a fantastic job at their meetings this past month.
Definitely.
And so thank you to all of you who volunteer in committees. A lot of work was done this past month, so we're really thankful for that.
Yeah.
One of those was the groundwater task force. They talked about that was their first meeting, so they talked about the issues with the PFAS, if I say that correctly.
Yeah, PFAS, that's correct.
And how do we deal with that as GRAR? So that committee is going to be coming out with some links to, I think, the Kent County Health Department, I believe, so to get more information, but they're going to also keep us updated and try to go to every meeting that is about that issue. They're going to try to have someone attend those meetings and then get the information back to us. So,
and I would just add to that, I guess, being in the West Michigan real estate industry, our job is to continue to update our clients, our consumers with good information. So read the newsletter, pay attention. You'll get reports from like the groundwater contamination task force, or go on the county website and educate yourself so you can answer your questions that your clients have of that area and those issues.
Right. And then a big issue that we started talking about is our Keyboxes again, our contract for our current Keybox system,
Super key.
which we have through Mishrick, and we do it through Mishrick because then a lot more associations are using the same Keybox, and we want to keep doing that if possible. So that contract expires July of 2019.
Yes.
But we decided now is the time to start looking at our different options for Keyboxes and start that discussion now instead of waiting until this fall. Because normally it'd be this fall and then have something in order by next spring.
The hopes would be to maybe get a regionalized, unified keybox system, right?
Correct.
So agents can start to work in all these marketplaces.
Correct.
In West Michigan.
And so we're going to have a meeting with the different players in that field and see what we come up with. But we want to start that now, just because we have some issues that we're dealing with right now, and let's deal with it now instead of wait till later. So
definitely. Anything else you want to discuss or highlight? Or
make sure you read your weekly mailing, because there's a lot of stuff in there that you just need to know about. There's YPN events coming up. YPN's had a great year.
Yeah, they said a euchre
very, very successful events. And they got some more coming up. I don't remember exactly which ones are which, but you'll find that all in your weekly mailing. So make sure you do that. Stay
informed. Another big event coming up is May 2, we're having the 125-day volunteer day. So part of the 125th year celebration anniversary of GRAR, some different events we're putting on throughout the years, and one of them was, throughout this year, one of them was to give back to the community. So on May 2, we really are hoping to get as many members as we can. We have 3,025 members right now. We need 200, 300 of you to show up, and we're going to do 4 different projects in the community, and then we're going to get together for a blood drive and lunch back at the office with food trucks. So it should be a fun day, but we need you to sign up and help out and give back and show the community that realtors are valuable, right? A lot of people in the community sometimes look at us in not the best light. We might be an expense in the way of them getting a house, and we want to change that perception because we know that realtors are very valuable. We're the ones who coach Little League and volunteer and are on the charitable boards, and we do so much in this city. So let's show up strong on May 2 and give back. There'll be an Eventbrite link on the Facebook page. It will also come in an email to you. I think it's been in the newsletter, so please sign up. You'll get the details on the different projects that you can participate in. I'll be there. You gonna be able to make it?
I hope so.
Okay, so we'll be there. It'll be fun. It'll be a good time. I think that's the only event I wanted to mention. Professionalism, I'm going to post later on this. I actually am a seller right now. I'm selling one of my rental properties. I think it's a pretty good house. I had it professionally painted. I had the carpet cleaned. I had it professionally cleaned before I put it on the market. And I stopped by my house yesterday to go in there and just look at it. It's been a few weeks since I've checked on it. And the carpet was ripped up. Someone was looking at the hardwood floors. There was salt and foot marks all over the carpet. People haven't taken their shoes off. There's lights on. The door was unlocked. Someone took down some of my ceiling tiles in the basement to look. That's not professional, and that's not allowed. If I really wanted to track down what agents did that, I could report them instead. I'd rather just tell you all to please, please be professional. You can't rip up someone's carpet in their house. That is damaging their property. I'm gonna have to pay someone to go re-tack the carpet back down. So if you're a buyer's agent and you're out there, you have to have your seller's hat on. You gotta treat that home like it's your own and really respect it. We all play in the same sandbox here, I guess, in this arena. And if you do something that doesn't represent a realtor professionally on your end, it's going to affect Kris and I's reputation and vice versa. So we all need to act professional and really look out for the buyer and the seller. And a lot of it's common sense and having good social graces. So that's my message to you, especially since it affected me personally on one of my homes. And then the last thing to update, 5 of us directors went down to Miami last week for the T3 Stefan Swanpool Summit. Amazing event, right?
Very well done.
Who was in the room there? 180 CEOs.
Yes, and I mean, they were all the CEOs from the largest companies, the largest MLS associations,
Yeah.
the largest brokers in the United States. It was all like 400 of the top players.
Tech companies. I mean,
Yes.
we were higher ups from Zillow and all the big players in our real estate industry, and then 5 of us from GRAR were allowed to be there. So we got some really good information out of there. And you want to share one aha or 2?
Oh man, there's lots of things
I have
that
a
we
whole
could
list
do,
of them.
The tech companies are out there. One of the things that's, relationships matter in this business.
Yeah.
I think one of the people said there that relationships matter. You got to build relationships with your clients and just use the technology to solve problems. So that's a great way of thinking that we are still relevant in this business, and will continue to be relevant. But we have to make some changes in how we do things.
Yeah. So focus on the consumers, right? And my example I just gave, don't rip up people's carpet. That's not going to leave a good impression on consumers. But I know some people are fearful that Zillow is going to take over and this and that. And I just want to point out one of the executives there, he worked at Zillow, he just left, and he's the new CEO of Century 21. I really don't think that guy being high up at Zillow would leave and take over a residential real estate company if he thought Zillow was going to get into our space. Not going to speak and say they're not, but just putting that out there. There's a lot of good examples. I think the marketing companies, the technology companies, they're here to stay. They have huge budgets behind them, lots of venture capital money. We need to use them to enhance our services, give our consumers a better product from us, and I think we'll stay relevant, right?
And the consumers, it was said twice in that, many times in that, the consumers want the data. They want to be able to make decisions on their own. We are the ones that have that data. Now, you can find it everywhere, but we can educate them with the data, where if they just used it on their own, they wouldn't know how to even interpret that.
Yeah.
So they want to know, the consumers want to know all the things that we know so that they can make a proper decision.
Definitely. So many more ahas. Maybe we'll be able to publish a list of some of those ahas for you to look at. We appreciate the board and membership sending us down so we can get educated, bring back good practices here, see what's happening in the rest of the country. And one thing I just personally want to mention, my 4th year on the board, after traveling to multiple conventions like this and seeing what happens around the country, this is a very well-run MLS and association here in West Michigan. We've got it good compared to a lot of much bigger associations out there, and it's a good thing. So you guys are part of a great association here, and keep doing what you're doing, keep volunteering, keep showing up, keep being professional, and I think we'll keep doing good business in West Michigan.
And you can be assured that we're trying to be even better.
Correct. I mean, that's
we're
what
good,
we're
but
working on.
we want to be even better. We want to be able to get along with everyone in the state of Michigan that's selling real estate. We got to get along with each other and work together and make things happen so that we can compete with the technology companies that are trying to
100%
compete
agree
with us. So,
with that. Good, so that's it. Thank you. Have a good week. Be professional. Hopefully the snow melts. It's going to start getting busy, and work hard and enjoy the day.